Have you guys ever heard or seen book art? I was watching another YouTuber who does book art, and I thought it was really neat. She did a really good job at explaining how to do the book art. I'll leave her channel in the descriptions below, but I wanted to try and make a heart book art and thought that we could do it together. This is the first time making it, so I'm going to go ahead and walk you through the steps. My steps are going to be short and sweet. So if you need an extended version, you can always check out the link below. The first thing that I did was I picked a pattern. You'd want to do that first because the pattern will tell you the size of the book that you need to use. I found a pattern on Etsy, and I'll leave the link below if you like my pattern. This pattern comes in a PDF form, and you'll need to print it out. At the top of the PDF, it tells you how many folds you have to do to make this specific pattern and how many centimeters the book needs to be in length. Before I explain more on that, you should always use a hardback cover book. Reason being is the hardback cover book can hold the weight of the art better than paperback book. Okay, so we know once you download the pattern, which is in a PDF, it tells you how many folds you need to make the art and how many centimeters the book needs to be in length. So in my project, we know that the hardcover book needs to be 21 centimeters. It can be bigger than that. And now we need to figure out how many pages our book needs to be. The formula is easy. You take the number of folds and you multiply it by 2. So my PDF says 252 folds. You multiply that by 2 and you get 504. So my book needs to be at least 504 pages. So I know I need a hardback cover book and it has to have at least 504 pages. More is fine. And it has to be at least 21 centimeters in length, and bigger is fine. This is my first time doing book art. I did buy this book at the thrift store, so that might be a good something for you guys to do as well. Next step is making sure that you have all the supplies that you'll need. So what you'll need is a printed PDF, a ruler, mechanical pencil, genuine bone folder, a mini metal ruler, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to use a fabric headband. Now that I have everything, I need to figure out where to start in the book. To figure out where you need to start in your book, first you need to find out how many pages are in the book you're going to use. Mine has 874 pages, and our pattern is 504 pages, so I'm going to subtract 504 from the number of pages, which is 874, which is how many pages I have in my book. So I would take 874 minus 504 is 370. So I'll have 370 pages left over. And I want the image to be in the center of the book. So I'm going to take 370 divided by 2 and I get 185. So I'll start on page 185 for the project. Okay, so just to go over the formula again, this is the PDF for the design that I'm going to use. It says we need 252 folds for me to make this, and the book has to be 21 centimeters, and it has to be at least 252 and at least 21. So what I'm going to do is take the book, and it has to be hardcover, and I'm going to, everything is done in centimeters, so I'm going to measure this book. And this book is almost 24 centimeters. And it says that I need to have 21. So I'm good, because you can go bigger, you just can't go smaller. And I need to have 252 folds. So the formula for that is 252 folds. And you multiply it by 2. So it's 504. So I know for my project that has 252 folds, I multiply it by 2, and I have to have 504 pages at least to do the project. And my book has 874 pages. Okay, so my book has 874 pages, and the project is 504, so I'm going to subtract 874, which is how many pages are in the book, minus 504, which is how many pages I need to make this project, and that equals 874 minus 504 equals 370. Now I want the project to be in the middle, in the center of the book, so I am going to divide 370, which is how many pages are left over, and I'm going to divide that by 2. So we're just going to put it right in half. So that comes out to 185. So that's 370 divided by 2 equals 185. So that tells me in order to have my project that I'm going to do centered right in the middle of the book, I'm going to start on 185. You always want to start your project on an odd number. So 185 is odd. Reason being is the odd numbers of the book are always on the right side. The even numbers of the book pages are always on the left side. So let's say instead of 185, the number I got was an even number, 184. I would just go to the right and start on 185 because you just always want to start on odd. So, and let me show you what we have before we get started. We need a ruler, and it has to do centimeters. And you're going to need another metal ruler, and this has like a cork on the back, so it's kind of bendable. And this is called a genuine bone folder, which this is the first time that I'm using this. And a mechanical pencil, and we need to get, I'm missing the fabric headpiece, so I'll get that, and we're gonna go ahead and get started, and I'm gonna walk you through how to do this. Okay, so again, we have our PDF, and this is, I think it's like 5 pages or so, and it's numbered, so it'll say 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. So we are going to start at 1. So the first pattern that we have to do, or the first line, is 11.8 for the first mark and 15.1 for the second. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm on page 185, and again, we need to do everything in centimeters. So I'm in centimeters, and it has to be 11.8. So right here is 11.8, and the second mark is 15.1. So here is 15.1, and I'm going to go ahead and cross that out. So this is the mark. And again, this is the first time that I'm doing this, but from what I've been told and what I've seen on YouTube, you don't have to erase it once you're done because you don't really see it, but you know, that's up to you on how you want to do that. And I'm going to use just a stretchy headband, and I'm going to put it on here just to keep all the pages together, so they're all nice and neat. Okay, so to start the project, you are going to take the metal ruler because it's bendable. Let me just make sure you guys can see, okay? And you're gonna put this in the spine of the book, so it's against here. And then you are going to have this line up to the first mark. So make sure that's there, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and take the first page and fold it over. So I have that. That is where the genuine bone folder comes in because it helps you with the creases. okay? So you don't wear out your fingers. And now we're gonna do the exact same thing to the bottom number, but we're gonna do it in reverse. So we're gonna put this in the spine, against the spine, and we're gonna line it up. So you can see this is lined up. I think you can see that it's lined up. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and line it up better. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and fold this, just like this. Take the ruler out, and then you reinforce it with the bone finder. So now this is where this comes in handy, which the video that I saw, she used elastic, but I don't have any elastic, so I'm just gonna use this. Okay, so now we go back to the PDF, and remember we just did one, so we're gonna go ahead and cross one out. Now we're on page 2, which is the second page, you know, of your, where you need to start. So now we need to do 11.7 in centimeters. So here, 11, line it, make sure it lines up. 0.7, so this is 0.5, so that would be 6, 7, so 11.7. And there's little marks here, so I just want to make sure that I know which one it is. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is 15.1. So we're good. Here's 15. Let me slide it more over more. And here's 1. So 15.1. Okay. So again, we're going to start here. Line it up to the line. Fold it over. Slide it out. Grab your genuine bone folder. Reverse. Line it up. Line it here. Go to the mark. And then we are going to fold this over. Slide it out. Use this. And then go ahead and put this under. And now we're going to go ahead and cross the second one out. And I'm just going to continue everything that I just showed you until I'm done. So let me do that, and let's see how it looks, you guys. So let me get started for you guys. So what do you guys think of my first book art that I did? It was pretty easy. I enjoyed it. It was relaxing. And I think it took me about 4 hours, so it wasn't too time consuming. One thing that I would recommend is when you're doing these, I would actually do all of these, all the marks first, and then come back and do the folding. That's how I did it, and to me it went a lot faster. So comment below, let me know if you guys like this project. Is this something that you guys would try? And that's it, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.